Too many people are completely neglecting their hamstring and lower back flexibility and strength in the ranges of motion. See, that's what this exercise is going to do and why it is so beneficial. We're not only stretching, but with that added weight and pushing ourselves up out of the position, we're gonna be doing a really good job of building lasting strength and mobility in these deep ranges of motion so we can avoid discomfort and injury. What's going on, guys? Pat Damiano here, and in this video, I'm gonna show you how to loosen up your incredibly tight lower back and hamstrings using just a nice, tiny little weight, whether it's a kettlebell, dumbbell, or a plate. Now, the exercise we're gonna be going over today is called a pancake, and you might be a little familiar with this one. And if you are someone who's done it, there's a really good chance you've had a lot of issues with it in the past and didn't really feel like you were getting anything out of it. If that is you, then make sure you stay tuned in this video because I'm gonna show you ways to work around doing this exercise when you are incredibly stiff in your lower back and hamstrings. Now, as many of you know, really tight hamstrings and or lower back can start to cause some problems if we let them get too tight, and there's a really good chance yours are too tight. We're all sitting, we're all not really moving as much as we can, we're not stretching, we're not doing as much mobility as we can. There's a real good chance your lower back and or hamstrings are very tight, and if they don't get addressed, bad things can happen. So I'm gonna show you how to do it with this exercise called the pancake. Like I said, you can use any of these weights, it doesn't really matter. Today, I'm gonna be demonstrating with the kettlebell because, well, that's who I am. Now, regardless of what weight you use, you're just going to take it and put it on your back. So if you have your dumbbell, you can hold it like this. If you have a plate, you can hold it like this. And if you have a kettlebell, you can hold it like this. Quite frankly, it's whichever one is the right weight for you, you have access to, or is most comfortable. So don't overthink it as long as you got a little weight on your back. So with this kettlebell, I'm gonna get it right here. Then all I'm going to do is lean forward and let this weight kind of push me down just a little bit. Okay, get a little stretch in my hamstrings and lower back, and then just make my way back up by pushing my heels down into the ground. And every rep, I want you to try and get just a little bit farther, so you can do that by breathing out. And just let that kettlebell or whatever weight you've got push you a little bit farther. So again, every rep, you are going to breathe out and try to get just a little bit deeper. Now, one thing I don't want you to worry about on this exercise is keeping your back flat. So it's not like you're doing a deadlift. I kind of want you to just lean forward and let the weight push you. If your back rounds a little bit, it's okay. It's going to be stretching. Now, in terms of where do I feel this, you're gonna feel it where you're tightest, right? So that might be your hamstrings, it might be your lower back, it might be a combo of both. This is one of those stretches where you're going to feel it where you need it the most. Now, like I said, if you are someone who struggles with this exercise, this part is for you. So let's say you're someone who gets in this position, puts this kettlebell or the weight on their lower back, and they go that far. It may not have even looked like I moved. There's a good chance that that is you. If you are someone who is very, very tight in the hamstrings and back, you might be there, and I've heard a lot of people struggle with this. Just being in this position might be difficult for you. So if that is you, first things first, we gotta work on that, all right? Stand up a little bit more, walk around a little bit more, and do some more stretching. But when it comes to the pancakes, here's how you're going to make this just a little bit easier for you. You're going to get something, it doesn't matter what it is, to elevate your hips. So basically something for you to sit on. It could be a yoga block, it could be a pad, it could be a few pillows, a couple books, whatever it is. Something that you can then sit up on. So I'm gonna demonstrate with this yoga block right here, all right? So now I'm in this position. I can get this kettlebell in the position that I need it to, and I'm going to be able to get a little bit lower and be able to move a little more and get some actual stretch. If this is too low and you still can't move that much, you just double up on it. So in this case, I have this pad, I have this yoga block, I'm up a few more inches, and I just repeat the process until I can actually move to the point where I feel like I'm getting a pretty good stretch in my hamstrings and my back. Now, if you are someone who is incredibly inflexible and even elevating your hips 6, 8, 10 inches off of the ground by sitting on something is just not doing it for you, then you can go ahead and grab a bench, maybe even a chair. You can sit on it with your feet out get in the same position basically. Get your weight and then move forward like so. And you'll be able to get a nice stretch in the hamstrings and the lower back the higher you elevate yourself. So again, if just sitting on a few books, a couple pillows, a yoga block just isn't doing it, this is gonna be a variation for you. So no matter your flexibility levels, you can still get in this exercise in some sort of capacity. You're just gonna need to switch things up. That's all. Do not neglect your hamstring and lower back mobility and strength. It is a very important piece of your training, and especially now with most people's sedentary lifestyles, it is not something to be neglected, because if you do neglect it for too long, it's going to catch up to you. It is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So try these out, let me know how they go, do whichever modification you need to do, and then when you're ready, you can click right there and get your next kettlebell exercise. I'll see you there.
Yeah.